Morning, everybody. It's been a while since I've been teaching for you guys, so welcome back. We only have 4 weeks left to kind of finish out what we got to do. This week we're going to finish up Unit 9 and then review so you guys can remember a little bit and work into that test. That might be the last test we take. I don't know if I'm going to do a test over the rest of the stuff we're doing. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll just do like a quiz. We'll kind of see. But today we're going to talk about systems where one of the things is quadratic and the other one is linear. So, for example, I got my book here to give me a problem. Let's say we wanted to solve, where is it at? Y equals negative x squared plus 5, and y equals x plus 3. Now notice that one of these is obviously quadratic, because we have this x squared here. We know what this looks like. It's a parabola. It opens down. Looks like the y-intercept's at 5. We could find the vertex if we wanted to. And we know what this looks like. This is a straight line, right? It starts at 3 on the y-axis, goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, the easiest way if you want to solve this is to throw it in Desmos and see where they cross. And if we think about this, it's gonna cross in 2 spots, likely. It may not, but our line is probably gonna go through our parabola, give us something that looks kind of like this, and this, and then these 2 points are going to be our solutions where these 2 things cross. But if you remember back to systems before, we can actually do some other options here. We can substitute, right? So I know that y equals this stuff, and y equals this stuff. So I can put this stuff in for y. I can still do that, just like we did before. So negative x squared plus 5 equals x plus 3. And then you're probably thinking to yourself, all right, that's great, but now what do we do from there? How are we going to solve this thing? Well, if it's a quadratic expression, which it is, I know I want one side to equal 0. So I'm going to minus x from both sides. That's going to be negative x squared minus x plus 5 equals 3. And then if I minus 3 from both sides, that's going to be negative x squared minus x plus 2 equals 0. And once we have it in this form, you can pick your favorite way to solve, right? You can use quadratic formula, you can factor possibly. I don't know if it factors or not, but we could definitely do that if it did. I could complete the square, right? All that jazz. I'm probably just gonna use quadratic formula because that is the easiest, I think. Unless I knew it factored, but it's got this negative 1 out front, so I don't really want to deal with it. So, let's go ahead and negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times negative 1 times 2 all over 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So I'm just going to set it up in quadratic formula. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. And then, just solve from there. So negative 4, negative 8, positive 8, so that's going to be square root of 9 all over negative 2. Square root of 9 is obviously just 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 divided by negative 2 would be the point negative 2. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is positive 1. So if I want to know where the solutions are here, I'm just going to plug these numbers in. I'm going to use the linear one because that looks like it's going to be a lot easier. So negative 2 plus 3 is going to give you 1. So one of the points where they cross is negative 2, 1. The other point where they cross, if you plug in 1, 1 plus 3 is 4, would be the point 1, 4. And that, folks, is how you do it, right? So that's substitution. It's going to substitute the same way. The only difference here is obviously make sure you don't add your like terms, because those that x squared and x are not like terms. And then obviously you're going to have to use some sort of quadratic way to solve it when you're done. Now you can also eliminate here, which I wanted to show you that as well. So let me show you a different one and show you what the elimination will look like. Let's see. So we have y equals x squared minus 6x plus 8, and y equals 2x minus 4. All right, so if you remember elimination, we said they had to be set up the same way. However, they don't all have to have the same terms. So what I mean by that is this one down here does not have an x squared term. It'd be maybe more appropriate if I wrote it like this and matched the 2x underneath the 6x. What was the other number? And then the minus 4 we'll put under the 8. And almost you could put like 0x squared. Like that. Because now when we subtract here, we're going to subtract because we want to subtract our y's, get rid of the y's, and they have the same sign. Y minus y is 0, which is good because we want one side to be 0. X squared minus 0x squared is just x squared. Negative 6x minus 2x is negative 8x. And 8 minus negative 4 is positive 12. And so when I eliminate, even though this one didn't have that kind of term, if one of them didn't have another term, that's fine. You're just going to kind of keep going, just kind of put in a 0 for that thing. And then it's actually already set up for me now from here that I could use my favorite method to solve it. I'm trying to see if this one factors. 12 multiplies to give me 12. Oh yeah, let's factor this one instead of doing quadratic formula. So I notice that I want something that multiplies to give me 12 and adds to give me negative 8. And I just am sitting here thinking that's probably negative 6 and negative 2. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is negative 8. So I can factor this thing, x minus 6, x minus 2. And then when I go to solve it, obviously, remember we are going to put set both equal to 0. Add 6 over here, we get x equals 6. Add 2 over here, we get x equals 2. So wherever x is 6 and x is 2, and then of course we have to plug them back in. So I'm going to use this bottom equation, that one's easier. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. So the point 6, 8, these two things are going to cross the line on the parabola. And if I plug in 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So also at the point 2, 0. And those are the solutions where these two things cross. So Desmos is going to be your best option. It's really easy. Obviously, elimination and substitution are actually both pretty easy too, since you guys already know how to do that stuff. And then you just kind of use your favorite quadratic way. But you can always check your answer with Desmos, and that'll make it really easy. All right? Cool. We do have some homework finally. You know, it seems like it's been forever. And I'm going to get this out to you guys. All right, cool. Later.